Let's start with an uncomfortable truth. Most of your financial problems would disappear if you made more money. Not all of them. Money doesn't solve everything. But the stress about rent, the anxiety about unexpected expenses, the feeling of being trapped in a job you hate, the inability to help family members who need it, these problems are directly caused by not having enough money. And they have one solution. You need more money. Today, we're diving into You Need More Money by Matt Manero, a book with possibly the most direct title in personal finance. While most financial advice focuses on budgeting, saving, and cutting expenses, living on less, Manero takes a radically different approach. He argues that the real problem isn't how you spend money, it's that you don't make enough. And, more importantly, you're not taking the actions necessary to change that. What makes Manero's perspective valuable is his background. He's not a financial guru selling courses from his laptop. He's a successful entrepreneur who built multiple businesses and helps others do the same. His approach is blunt, practical, and unapologetically focused on income generation rather than penny pinching. He's not interested in helping you save $5 on coffee. He wants to show you how to earn an extra $5,000 per month. The central premise is simple but powerful. You're probably underpaid, undervalued, and accepting far less money than you're capable of earning. Whether through employment, entrepreneurship, or side income, most people have enormous untapped earning potential they never pursue because of fear, limiting beliefs, or simply not knowing how. Manero's goal is to wake you up to that potential and provide a roadmap for capturing it. Over the next 20 minutes, we'll explore Manero's complete framework, why you're not making enough money, and whose fault it really is, the mindset shifts required to earn more, the specific strategies for increasing income through your job, how to start and scale side businesses, the importance of investing in yourself, and the no excuses action plan for financial transformation. If you're tired of financial stress, if you know you're capable of more, but don't know how to get there, if you're ready to stop accepting mediocre income and start building real wealth, or if you simply need a wake-up call to take action on your financial life, this is it. Let's discover why you need more money and how to get it. Part 1. The uncomfortable truth about your financial situation. Manero opens with a confrontation. Your financial problems are your fault, not the economy's fault, not your boss's fault, not bad luck, yours. This isn't about blame, it's about power. If your situation is someone else's fault, you're helpless. If it's your fault, you can fix it. The author argues that most people are in denial about their financial reality. They tell themselves they're doing okay when they're actually one emergency away from crisis. They compare themselves to others who are also struggling and feel successful by relative standards. They make excuses about why they can't earn more rather than finding ways to make it happen. Manero introduces what he calls the income reality check, a brutal but necessary assessment. Answer these questions honestly. Are you living paycheck to paycheck? Do you have less than 6 months of expenses and savings? Are you making less than you made 5 years ago adjusted for inflation? Do you avoid looking at your bank account because it stresses you out? Do you make financial decisions based on what you can't afford rather than what you want? If you answered yes to any of these, Manero says you have an income problem, not a spending problem. Yes, you might also have a spending problem, Many people do, but cutting lattes and canceling Netflix won't solve the fundamental issue that you're not earning enough to build the life you want. The author challenges the conventional personal finance wisdom that focuses almost entirely on frugality. He's not against saving money or budgeting. Those are important. But he argues they're emphasized because they're easy to talk about and don't require people to take scary actions. It's much easier to write an article about saving money than about negotiating a raise or starting a business, but saving your way to wealth is nearly impossible for most people. You can't cut your way to prosperity. Manero uses stark math to illustrate this point. If you earn $50,000 per year and save 10%, you're saving $5,000 annually. At that rate, building wealth takes decades. But if you increase your income to $75,000 and maintain the same savings rate, you're saving $7,500 annually. A 50% increase in savings without any additional sacrifice. Increase income to $100,000, and you're saving $10,000 per year. The impact of earning more dwarfs the impact of spending less. But here's where Manero gets provocative. He argues that most people are choosing to be underpaid, not consciously, but through their actions and inaction. They accept jobs that underpay them. They don't negotiate salaries. They don't seek promotions or job changes. They don't develop valuable skills. They don't start businesses or side hustles. Then they complain about not having enough money while taking zero action to change their income. The author shares his own story of financial struggle. He wasn't born wealthy or given opportunities. He worked regular jobs and was broke like everyone else. The difference was that he decided being broke was unacceptable and took massive action to change it. He started businesses. Some failed. He kept going. He invested in learning, developing skills, building relationships. Most importantly, he stopped making excuses and started making money. Manero emphasizes that age, education, and background matter less than you think. Yes, some people have advantages. Life isn't fair, but using that as an excuse guarantee continued financial struggle. Plenty of people with every disadvantage have built wealth. Plenty of people with every advantage stay broke. The difference is mindset and action. The chapter concludes with Manero's wake-up call. You're running out of time. Every year you spend making inadequate income is a year you can't get back. Compound interest works both ways. Starting wealth building early creates exponential advantages, while starting late creates exponential disadvantages. If you're 35 and broke, you have less time to build wealth than someone who's 25 and broke. Urgency should increase with age, not decrease. The key insight: your current financial situation is the result of your past decisions and actions. If you want different results, you need different decisions and actions. It's that simple and that difficult. The question is whether you're ready to do what's necessary or whether you'll continue making excuses while your financial situation stagnates or worsens. Part 2. The mindset shifts required to earn more. Before Manero discusses tactics, he addresses mindset, because without the right mental framework, tactics fail. Most people's beliefs about money sabotage their earning potential before they even start trying to increase income. The first mindset shift: you deserve more money. Manero argues that many people have internalized beliefs that they don't deserve wealth, that wanting money is greedy, or that rich people are somehow bad. These beliefs are poison. If you don't believe you deserve more money, you'll unconsciously sabotage opportunities to earn it. You won't negotiate. You won't charge what you're worth. You'll accept less than you deserve because subconsciously you think that's what you're worth. The author emphasizes that money is neutral. It amplifies who you already are. If you're generous, more money makes you more generous. If you're greedy, more money makes you greedier. Wanting more money so you can provide for your family, help others, have security, and enjoy life isn't greedy, it's responsible. Staying broke when you're capable of more serves no one. The second mindset shift. Your value is determined by the value you create, not by your effort. Many people believe they deserve more money because they work hard. Manero bluntly states that the market doesn't care how hard you work. It cares about the value you create. Someone who works 80 hours per week, creating minimal value, earns less than someone who works 20 hours, creating massive value. This is fair, even if it feels harsh. This means you need to focus on becoming more valuable rather than just working harder. Develop skills that create more value, solve bigger problems, impact more people, create better outcomes. When you become more valuable, you can command higher pay, whether through employment, entrepreneurship, or services. The third mindset shift. Income is unlimited. Most people think in scarcity terms. There's only so much money available, so earning more means taking from others. Manero argues this is fundamentally wrong. Wealth is created through value creation, and value creation is unlimited. When someone starts a business that provides a needed service, they create value that didn't exist before. Everyone involved benefits. Customers get value. Employees get jobs. The owner earns profit. Wealth was created, not redistributed. Understanding this removes the guilt about wanting more. You're not taking from others by earning more. You're creating value. The more value you create, the more you can ethically earn. The fourth mindset shift. You must invest before you profit. Manero emphasizes that building income requires upfront investment of time, money, or both. Most people want guarantees before they invest, but guarantees don't exist. You might invest in education that doesn't pay off immediately. You might start a business that takes years to profit. You might spend time developing skills you can't monetize yet. The unwillingness to invest without guaranteed returns keeps people stuck at their current income level. High earners and successful entrepreneurs understand that investment precedes return. They spend money on education, take risks on businesses, invest time in skill development, all without certainty it will pay off. But they know that not investing guarantees stagnation. The fifth mindset shift. Failure is data, not disaster. Most people avoid income-increasing opportunities because they might fail. Manero argues that failure is how you learn what works. He's failed at multiple businesses. Each failure taught him lessons that led to later successes. The people who never fail are the ones who never try, and they're guaranteed to stay at their current income level. Reframing failure as learning removes the fear that paralyzes action. Yes, you might try to negotiate a raise and get rejected. You'll learn negotiation doesn't work at that company and should look elsewhere. You might start a side business that fails. You'll learn which business models don't work for you. Each failure narrows the path to success. The sixth mindset shift. You must be willing to be uncomfortable. Manero emphasizes that earning more requires doing things you've never done, which by definition is uncomfortable. Asking for a raise is uncomfortable. Starting a business is uncomfortable. Learning new skills is uncomfortable. Comfortable people earn comfortable incomes, which for most people means not enough. The author shares that every income increase in his life came from doing something uncomfortable. Cold calling potential clients, firing people, making offers that might be rejected, investing money he could lose. Comfort and growth are incompatible. If you prioritize comfort, accept that your income will remain stagnant. The chapter concludes with Manero's challenge. Examine every belief you have about money and earning. Question whether each belief serves you or limits you. Beliefs like, money doesn't buy happiness, or I'm not good with money, or rich people are lucky, are limiting beliefs that keep you broke. Replace them with empowering beliefs. Money provides security and options. I can learn anything, including financial skills. Successful people create their luck through action. Mindset alone won't make you money, but without the right mindset, tactical advice fails because you'll sabotage yourself before you succeed. Get your mind right, then take action. Part 3. Maximizing income from your job. For most people, employment is their primary income source. So Manero dedicates substantial attention to earning more from your job. His approach is direct and sometimes uncomfortable, but it works. The first strategy, negotiate everything. Most people accept the first salary offer they receive, leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table over their careers. Manero argues that companies expect negotiation. The initial offer is often deliberately low, with room built in for negotiation. If you don't negotiate, you're telling the employer you don't value yourself, which sets a terrible precedent. When you receive a job offer, always negotiate. Research typical salaries for the position. Ask for 15 to 20% more than the offer. Worst case, they say no, and you accept the original offer. You've lost nothing. Best case, they meet you partway or fully accept, and you've earned thousands more. The 15 minutes of discomfort during negotiation can mean 10 to 20,000 extra per year. The second strategy, consistently ask for raises. Most people wait for their employer to offer raises, which often means settling for minimal cost of living adjustments. Manero recommends asking for a raise at least annually, armed with evidence of value you've created. Document your accomplishments. Quantify your impact. Show how you've exceeded expectations. Present this evidence and ask for a specific percentage increase. If your employer says no, ask what specific outcomes would justify a raise and set a timeline to revisit. If they still refuse despite your performance, consider looking elsewhere. You're working for someone who doesn't value you appropriately. The third strategy, develop rare and valuable skills. The market pays based on supply and demand. If you have common skills, you're easily replaceable and poorly paid. If you have rare, valuable skills, you're difficult to replace and well paid. Manero emphasizes continually investing in skill development that increases your market value. Identify skills that are valuable. Companies pay significantly for them. Rare, not many people have them. And difficult to automate, not likely to be replaced by technology. Then invest time and money learning these skills. Examples might include complex technical skills, high-level sales ability, strategic thinking, or leadership at scale. The fourth strategy, switch jobs strategically. Research shows people who change jobs every 2 to 3 years earn significantly more than those who stay at one company. Companies pay more to attract new talent than to retain existing employees, which means loyalty is often financially punished. Manero recommends building skills at your current job, then leveraging those skills to get higher pay elsewhere. This doesn't mean job hopping randomly. It means staying long enough to develop skills and build a track record, usually 1 to 3 years, then moving strategically to companies willing to pay more for those skills. Each move should include a 20 to 30% salary increase. The fifth strategy: create multiple income streams within your employment. Look for opportunities to earn beyond base salary, commissions, bonuses, consulting projects, speaking engagements, teaching. Many jobs have these opportunities, but employees never ask or pursue them. Manero shares examples of people who negotiated performance bonuses, took on additional projects for extra pay, or leveraged their position for paid outside opportunities. The sixth strategy: become indispensable. Manero argues that if you're easily replaceable, you have no leverage. But if you're the only person who knows critical systems, has key relationships, or can deliver essential results, you can command much higher pay. The path to indispensability is becoming excellent at high-value work that others can't or won't do. This requires identifying what your company or industry truly values, not just doing assigned tasks, but solving expensive problems, generating revenue, reducing costs, or enabling others to perform better, then becoming the best at delivering those outcomes. The seventh strategy: document everything. Many people create enormous value, but can't articulate it when asking for raises or interviewing for new jobs. Manero recommends keeping a brag file, documenting every accomplishment, problem solved, revenue generated, cost saved. Update it monthly. When you need to negotiate or interview, you have concrete evidence of your value rather than vague claims. The chapter concludes with Manero's reality check. If you've been in the same job for more than 3 years without significant raises, you're likely underpaid. If you've never negotiated salary, you're definitely underpaid. If you haven't invested in skill development, you're becoming less valuable over time as markets change. These aren't judgments, they're observations about how labor markets work. The path to higher income through employment is clear. Become more valuable. Document your value. Negotiate for appropriate compensation, and switch jobs if your current employer won't pay appropriately. This is uncomfortable, but necessary. The alternative is accepting stagnant income while watching inflation erode your purchasing power. Part 4. Building side income in businesses. While employment provides stability, Manero argues that real wealth comes from ownership, either of businesses you build or assets you invest in. This section focuses on creating additional income streams beyond your job. The first principle: start before you're ready. Most people plan forever without starting. They research endlessly, wait for perfect conditions, want guarantees before acting. Manero says this is procrastination disguised as preparation. You learn by doing, not by planning. Start small, learn quickly, adjust based on results. The second principle: solve expensive problems. Businesses that succeed solve problems people or companies will pay to eliminate. The more expensive or painful the problem, the more people will pay for solutions. Manero recommends identifying problems you've solved, skills you have, or frustrations you've experienced that others also face. These are potential business opportunities. Examples: if you figured out social media marketing for your employer, other businesses need that skill. Consultant opportunity. If you're great at organization, busy professionals need help. Virtual assistant opportunity. If you know a technical skill, people need teaching, course, or coaching opportunity. You don't need a revolutionary idea. You need to solve existing problems better than current solutions. The third principle, leverage before labor. Manero emphasizes building businesses that can scale beyond trading time for money. A service where you personally deliver every hour has income limited by hours available. A product, course, or system where you build once and sell repeatedly has unlimited income potential. Always ask, can this scale beyond my personal time? Digital products have extraordinary leverage. Courses, templates, software, content. Physical products have some leverage. You build or source once and sell many times. Services have the least leverage, but can be starting points that evolve into more scalable models. The fourth principle, test before you invest. Don't quit your job and invest your life savings in an untested idea. Test the concept with minimal investment. Pre-sell to validate demand. Start with a simple version. Offer services before building products. If the test succeeds, invest more. If it fails, you've lost little and learned fast. Manero shares examples. Someone wanting to start a meal prep business could start by offering to cook for 5 neighbors before building a commercial kitchen. Someone wanting to create an online course could start by teaching a few people in person to test content and get testimonials. Test small, learn, then scale. The fifth principle, solve for one, then scale. Many beginners try to create products or services for everyone, which means they resonate with no one. Manero recommends getting specific. Solve one person's exact problem perfectly. Once you've created a solution that works exceptionally for that narrow audience, you can expand to adjacent audiences. Example, don't start a general fitness coaching business. Start a fitness coaching business specifically for new moms wanting to lose pregnancy weight. Get 10 clients, get great results, get testimonials. Then you can expand to broader fitness coaching, but you started with a specific valuable niche. The sixth principle, charge what you're worth. New entrepreneurs often underprice out of fear no one will pay higher rates. Manero argues this is a mistake that attracts wrong clients and makes business unsustainable. Research market rates, price in the middle to upper range, deliver exceptional value. You can always lower prices, but raising them with existing clients is difficult. High prices also signal quality. People often assume higher-priced options are better. Starting cheap attracts price shoppers who are difficult clients. Starting appropriately priced attracts people who value quality over saving money. The seventh principle, accept that most attempts will fail. Manero is blunt. Most business ideas don't work. Most products don't sell well. Most services don't scale. This isn't failure, it's filtering. You try multiple approaches until you find what works. The key is trying cheap and fast, so failures don't destroy you financially. He shares his own story of starting multiple businesses that went nowhere before finding ones that succeeded. Each failure cost time and money, but taught lessons that made later successes possible. People only see the eventual success, not the failures that preceded it. The eighth principle, invest profits in growth. When your side business starts generating income, the temptation is spending it on lifestyle. Manero advises against this until the business is established. Instead, reinvest profits in marketing, tools, hiring help, or new products. This compounds growth. Spending profits on lifestyle converts business income into consumption, slowing growth. Once the business reaches sustainable profitability, then extract income for lifestyle. But early reinvestment dramatically accelerates reaching that point. The ninth principle: build systems that run without you. The goal isn't creating another job, it's creating income that doesn't require your constant presence. This means documenting processes, hiring help, automating where possible, and designing systems that run without micromanagement. Initially, you'll be involved in everything, but build with the goal of progressively removing yourself from daily operations. Manero emphasizes that side businesses offer multiple benefits beyond income. They provide insurance against job loss, allow skill development, offer tax advantages, and create assets that can be sold. Even if a side business never becomes your primary income, it's valuable for diversification and learning. The chapter concludes with Manero's challenge. Within the next 7 days, start something. Not plan, not research. Start. Offer a service to one person. Create and list one product. Teach one lesson. Send one pitch. Actual action, however small, beats endless planning. Most people will never start, which is why they'll stay at their current income. Starting separates you from the crowd. Part 5. Investing in yourself and your earning power. Manero argues that the highest return investment isn't stocks, real estate, or cryptocurrency. It's investing in yourself. Increasing your earning capacity by even 10% provides better returns than almost any external investment. Plus, you can't lose it in a market crash. The first investment: education and skills. Manero recommends dedicating at least 10% of income to learning, books, courses, conferences, coaching. This seems expensive but pays enormous returns. A $1,000 course that increases your income by $5,000 annually provides a 500% annual return forever. No stock investment offers comparable returns. He emphasizes focusing on skills that directly increase income: sales, marketing, leadership, technical skills in your field, negotiation. Avoid general knowledge that's interesting but doesn't translate to earnings. Be strategic about what you learn based on what the market rewards. The second investment: coaching and mentorship. Manero believes that guidance from someone who's achieved what you want is worth paying for. A coach who's built successful businesses can help you avoid mistakes and reach success faster than trial and error alone. The investment in coaching often pays for itself many times over in time saved and results achieved. Many people resist paying for coaching because they believe they should figure everything out themselves or find free resources. Manero argues this is penny wise and pound foolish. Free information is abundant, but often unfocused and contradictory. Paid coaching provides personalized guidance, accountability, and access to someone's experience, all of which accelerate results. The third investment: health and energy. Manero emphasizes that your earning capacity depends on your energy and health. If you're tired, sick, or burned out, you can't perform at high levels or take on additional income opportunities. Investing in quality food, exercise, sleep, and stress management isn't optional. It's essential for maximizing income. He shares that many high performers neglect health while building businesses, then suffer health crises that cost more to fix than prevention would have cost, plus destroy earning capacity. The gym membership, healthy food, and adequate sleep might seem expensive, but illness and burnout are far more expensive. The fourth investment: your network and relationships. Manero argues that opportunities often come through relationships, job offers, business partnerships, clients, investments. Investing time and money in building a strong network pays dividends throughout your career. Attend industry events, join mastermind groups, take people to lunch, make introductions for others. Many people view networking as uncomfortable or manipulative. Manero reframes it as building genuine relationships with people who can help each other. When you help others succeed, they naturally want to help you. When you have a strong network, opportunities appear that you never would have found alone. The fifth investment: tools and resources. Don't be cheap about tools that increase productivity or quality. If software, equipment, or services make you more efficient or produce better outcomes, buy them. The person who saves $100 on cheap tools but loses 10 hours of productive time has made a terrible trade. Manero uses the example of investing in proper technology, professional services like accountants or lawyers when needed, and quality equipment for your business. These costs are investments that enable higher income, not expenses that reduce profit. The sixth investment: your appearance and presentation. Manero addresses a touchy topic. Appearance matters for income. Whether it's fair or not, people judge you partly on how you present yourself. Investing in professional appearance, quality clothing, grooming, fitness creates better first impressions, which lead to better opportunities. This doesn't mean buying luxury brands to show off. It means presenting yourself as someone successful who values professionalism. The person who looks put together gets opportunities. The person who looks sloppy doesn't, regardless of ability. Accept this reality and use it to your advantage. The seventh investment: speed and urgency. Manero argues that moving faster is often worth paying for. Overnight shipping costs more, but gets you working sooner. Flying instead of driving costs more, but saves time you can use productively. Hiring help costs money, but frees your time for higher value activities. Speed compounds. Starting today instead of next month means you reach your goal a month earlier, which compounds over time. Many people optimize for saving small amounts of money at the cost of tremendous time. Manero recommends optimizing for speed and productivity instead. Time is the ultimate limited resource, while money can always be earned again. The chapter concludes with Manero's formula. Calculate your current hourly earning rate. Any investment that increases this rate is valuable. If you earn $30 per hour and a course could help you earn $40 per hour, spending even several $100s on that course pays for itself in 10 to 20 hours. Most people focus on saving money instead of investing in earning power, which keeps them stuck at their current income level indefinitely. Part 6. The No Excuses Action Plan. In the final section, Manero addresses the excuses that prevent action and provides a specific plan for increasing income immediately. First, he tackles common excuses. I don't have time means you haven't made it a priority. Everyone has the same 24 hours. You're choosing to allocate yours to other things. I don't have money to invest means you're not willing to temporarily sacrifice comfort for future gain. I don't know what to do means you're waiting for certainty that doesn't exist instead of starting and learning. It's too risky means you're more comfortable with the certainty of struggling than the uncertainty of trying to improve. Manero is unsympathetic to excuses. Everyone has challenges, responsibilities, and limitations. Some people overcome them and increase their income. Others use them as reasons for inaction and stay broke. The difference isn't circumstances, it's decision and action. The 30-day income acceleration plan Manero provides. Week 1, assessment and preparation. Calculate your current monthly expenses and target income. Identify 3 income-increasing actions you could take in 30 days. Research what skills or services are most valuable in your field. Set up systems for tracking time and money. Choose one uncomfortable action you'll take this week. Week 2, skill development and networking. Invest in one course or book that develops a valuable skill. Reach out to 5 people in your network about opportunities. Update your resume and LinkedIn with accomplishments and value created. Identify one expensive problem you could solve for others. Apply for 3 jobs that pay 20 to 30% more than current income. Week 3, side income initiation. Launch one small offering, service, product, or consulting. Price it appropriately and sell it to at least one person. Document the process and results. Ask your manager about raises or additional responsibilities. Invest at least 5 hours in your side income project. Week 4, optimization and scaling. Review what worked and what didn't from weeks 2 and 3. Double down on what's working, eliminate what isn't. Make specific plans for the next 90 days. Schedule salary negotiation or begin job change process. Commit to continuing income-increasing activities beyond 30 days. Manero emphasizes that this plan is designed to be uncomfortable. That's the point. Comfortable people don't increase income. The plan forces action before you feel ready, which is when actual progress happens. He also addresses what happens when you inevitably face setbacks. You'll get rejections. Things won't work. You'll feel discouraged. Manero's advice. This is normal. Every successful person faced numerous failures and rejections. The difference is they kept going. 1 yes after 9 no's is still a yes. 1 successful income stream after 5 failures is still success. Manero introduces the concept of income momentum. Once you start increasing income from one source, other opportunities appear because you're in action mode instead of passive mode. The person actively seeking income growth attracts opportunities the passive person never encounters. He also addresses the relationship between increasing income and managing it well. More income doesn't automatically improve your financial situation if you spend it all on lifestyle inflation. Manero recommends the rule. For every income increase, invest or save at least 50% before increasing spending. This ensures that income growth translates to wealth building, not just higher consumption. The final framework Manero provides is the income pyramid. Base level, maximize income from your job through negotiation, raises, and job changes. Second level, build one side income stream to $3,000 to $5,000 monthly. Third level, invest income into assets that generate passive returns. Fourth level, scale businesses or investments to replace job income. Fifth level, achieve complete financial freedom where income exceeds expenses comfortably. Most people stay stuck at the base level. Moving to level 2 requires uncomfortable action, but is achievable within 1 to 2 years for most people. Each subsequent level becomes possible once the previous level is established. Manero concludes with brutal honesty. Either you'll take action or you won't. Most people reading this will feel motivated for a few days, then return to their normal patterns and income levels. A small percentage will actually implement the advice, increase their income, and transform their financial lives. The only difference between these groups is action. He challenges readers directly. Do you want to be the person who reads advice and does nothing? or the person who reads advice and does something. Your financial situation 1 year from now is determined by your answer. We've covered Matt Manero's complete framework for solving your financial problems by earning more money, acknowledging that your current situation is your responsibility and within your power to change, adopting the mindset shifts that enable earning more, maximizing income from employment through negotiation and skill development, building side income and businesses that scale, investing in yourself and your earning power, and implementing the no excuses action plan. The power of Manero's approach is its directness. He doesn't sugarcoat reality or pretend earning more is easy. It requires uncomfortable action, investment in yourself, overcoming fear of failure, and sustained effort. But the alternative, staying at your current income level while financial stress compounds, is far more uncomfortable over time. Let's recap the core principles. Your income problems won't solve themselves. You must act. Increase your value before demanding higher pay. Test business ideas cheaply and quickly before major investment. Invest in education, skills, and relationships that increase earning capacity. Start before you're ready, because you'll never feel completely ready. And remember that failure is data that guides you toward success, not a reason to quit. Here's your challenge. Within the next 48 hours, take one uncomfortable action toward earning more money. Negotiate something. Research a side business. Reach out to someone about opportunities. Apply for higher paying jobs. Launch a simple offering. The specific action matters less than taking action at all. Most people will close this video, feel inspired for an hour, and return to exactly what they were doing before. Their income won't change. Their financial stress won't improve. They'll still be in the same situation next year, just older. Don't be most people. If you're ready to stop making excuses and start making more money, the path is clear. You know what to do. The only question is whether you'll actually do it. Your financial future depends entirely on your answer. If this summary kicked you into action mode or showed you possibilities you hadn't considered, let me know in the comments what your first income-increasing action will be. And if you want the complete, no-holds-barred approach with more strategies and examples, pick up You Need More Money by Matt Manero. It's not comfortable reading, but it might be exactly the wake-up call you need. Until next time, remember, your current income isn't your destiny. It's just your starting point. Where you go from here is entirely up to you. So stop waiting, stop making excuses, and start earning what you're actually capable of earning. Thank you for watching.